There we go. Okay, things seem to be working as intended. We got something weird happening with the desktop audio. How does everything sound to you guys? Hey, Tennis. Alright. Last we left off, we had actually had our first success. Our first ever success. So we've got this and that, inspector's position, and a physician. Physician is really good if we want to get an enlightenment victory, because enlightenment requires a lot of reason. And as you can see, physicians start with a lot. Detectives are kind of the best of both worlds. But detectives have a secret ending, which is they can eventually just become the person who just arrests everyone. Okay, good. Everything sounds okay? Nope. Nope. You're pretty much good. So we'll go with a physician this time, because I never actually completed the physician last time. Just gonna put this right here, I think. You know, I probably could have gone with the reason first. We got money! Put the funds down there. So now I also have a much better idea of generally how to actually make money. Spintria. Spintria are just amazing at making money. This should go a little bit faster. Also, notes on the case of Horseshoe Man. My own eyewitness accounts of the ghastly decline of Horseshoe Man. My handwriting deteriorates as the account progresses. The patient spoke of things that could have no meaning. The house without walls, the divided sun, the invisible light. But when I recall how they spoke of that invisible light, my heart surges. I can ignore the notes no longer. Alright, we now have study. As I begin to read, I recall the delight in the patient's eyes, the music in their voice, but also the smell of the room where they lay. So just to recap, Horseshoe Man did successfully ascend. He became part of the Thunderkin and was granted immortality by becoming a Long. Now, Longs are basically the, they're not elder gods, but they're like, kind of like the deep ones of Lovecraftian mythos, where they just live for an incredibly long time and are effectively immortal. They're basically just ascended beings. Anyway, these first few sections are going to be very boring, so I'm going to try and speed things up as much as possible. We're going to be trying to max out reason and health really quickly. Directions to Dr. Moreland's fantastic. We're going to be using Dr. Moreland's really early on to try and get as many books as possible and eventually try to get a Knocklore. As you can see, we get a lot of money for practically no effort. The other nice thing about the doctor is that, or the physician, he cannot run out of his, what do you call it? His job. His job has no timer on it, which is nice. What is this? We have no belief yet. We'll get a belief once we find our first lore. Reason and erudition, I believe. Is it just the one? No, it's two. So we're just gonna keep leveling that up. So how have you been doing today, Frank? Oh, damn it. I try not to use your real name. Now I'm calling attention to it. Nah, what am I doing? Cryptic directions to the obscure address of a certain moorland, a dealer in the rare sort of books. Alright, let's level reason up by 1. We've already got 4 reason, which is nice. We're going to want to increase our health as well pretty soon here. Money is pretty essential. Got some mortal frustrations, that's not great. I do kind of want to try and get the Lantern victory this time. Because Lantern victory is really... well, it's not exactly easy, but it's interesting. We're going to be working with our health just to get a little bit of vitality to start out. Tired from a surprisingly busy week. Ah. That's not great, but also kind of expected. Because you had mentioned that it was busy. So we're just going to keep researching. This should be pretty fast. Did we... yeah, we did just eat a contentment, which means... go ahead and grab another contentment. Really easy to die early on if you don't do that. This is going to take a while for the health to or to build up again. We'll do that. Go away. If you just don't have your dread ready. Okay. 2 of these will create what we need to level up. Yay, fleeting reminiscence. I am certain those actually have a use. I think they actually are more useful for moth, because I'm pretty sure they can keep the moth aspect running. Erudition, a lesson learned. Okay, we need 2. Can't half-ass this, so let's get this done. We have another vitality. This will finish pretty soon here. This should, yeah, that's gonna definitely last. So we're going to put in a vitality and then another vitality. Exercise our body up. Have a grand old time. Oh good, more fleeting reminiscences. Fantastic. So this should create another health, which is good because we don't have very much health as the doctor. Which we are definitely going to want more health. At this point, increasing our health is actually easier than increasing our reason, just because reason is, or it does require research, whereas health can be used for both work and research. I'm not really willing to use it for both though right now, just because if I do, then there's a chance that sickness will get me, and that's real bad. In fact, there it is. There's sickness coming up from the ground. Why does this keep stacking? God damn it. Stop stacking. thanks for the host, Tennis. Was that the auto host? I assume that was the auto host. Get another. Actually, since we rarely get afflictions, while we already have an affliction, we can just use Dream to get rid of this affliction. That's not saying it's impossible. I should mention that, because I've seen that actually occur. Get rid of that dread. We've done nothing wrong. We've done nothing wrong. And we have vitality. This will finish quickly. We might want to study Dr. Moreland's shop now. I might actually up the difficulty because I don't really feel challenged anymore by the default difficulty. Someone has done a thing. Oh, sweet! 5th edition fantasy dragon. Wait, what? That's going on? I didn't even see that. Usually I'd see that on Humble Bundle. Also, 10ace, you are probably the only one that actually uses those links, but I really appreciate it. That helps keep everything going. It's gonna be a quiet night, I feel. It's been a while since I've streamed. Oh no, 5 days. We could look at Moreland. Or we could just keep doing this. My goal is to hit 6 or 7 reason and then start looking at Moreland, because Moreland will give us stuff that we want. More funds. Sorry, I was just reading the dialogue. Kind of interesting. Oh my god, reason. Stop it. I need you to stop attaching to other reasons. Don't know why that. What is this? A scholarship? Huh. All right. Try and get health up one more time. If we can get a cult, we can also increase our reason or our glimmering very quickly too, because we can get places strange by moonlight. Oh no, we've got an injury. Shit. The medicine is dark and bitter as tar. It would be easy to suspect I am being poisoned. I've done nothing wrong. Leave me alone. Goddamn police. The injuries are one possible outcome of that. It's rare though. Yay, more contentment. Funds. fatigued health. Another erudition. I'm actually gonna avoid using the erudition until I know that it's about to be used up. That way we can get as much out as possible. So that's 60 seconds for her study. Which means, yeah, we use the erudition next. Oh my god, really? You're kidding. 2 injuries in a row. The hell, man? Alright, and then after this, we definitely have to upgrade our erudition one more time. I don't think we actually have quite enough speed to do that, which means we are going to have to pull up Moreland's shop. It's a little bit easier to upgrade now, just because lessons learned degrade into just a single version of the same thing, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we'll be able to. It'll just take a little... What the fuck? Oh, you know what I've been doing wrong? I've not been using this right here. I've been using something else instead. I need to be using a stronger physique. Because a stronger physique removes the chance of being injured. Well, mostly removes it at least. Read whatever is to hand. Oh no. That one will last for quite a while. Get our health back. Get some funds. Actually use what I should have been using. I have arms of bronze. But bronze isn't a very sturdy metal. And we got some glimmering. That'll be nice if we can get another one. Okay, and then one more. Why is the reason stacking on itself? I don't want it to stack on itself. Oh my god. I want it to stay like this. If you're interested, I would like to send across some of your extra retro hardware. I might be. It depends on... Just remember, I instituted that voting system for a very specific reason, and that reason is so that I don't get sidetracked. Because if I start getting sidetracked, I eventually just have a massive backlog of games. Oh no. Oh, that's actually pretty bad. We might die. We'll see. Got a ton of vitality now, huh? Keep all the plates spinning. We've got a lot of dread buildup. Let's get some opium. Get high off our balls. We also have enough vitality to be fine. Just, that's one of the nice things about using it to research stuff, is because we are just using all of it, we just have the vitality we require to just be fine. Alright. We are our wisest. We are actually 1 tier away from being fully upgraded on that now, which I'm really happy about. And I'm going to put it into slow mode because I need to not miss this. I can use those vitalities if they come out correctly, but I'm going to have 5 seconds to put it in. So, kind of don't want to fuck that up. Also, I noticed you put some logs into Quantum Break of all things, Tenace. How much do you know about the game? Because I know practically nothing. Oh man, we got so much contentment. What a shame it's not usable. That one's about to expire. I'll put this one in with the contentment. Reason. 7 reason. I will happily take that. That is absolutely amazing. And we get the vitality we need to level up our health up to 3, which is going to be useful. We still have absolutely no passion, but that's because we're a doctor, and doctors apparently aren't allowed to have passion. Interactive show. Was that? We'll be getting into some of the more interesting stuff in a bit. What do you mean by interactive show? We need 2. Okay. That's fine. Oh, that's actually, that really is fine. Course of the Heart is going to generate another vitality. For the makers of Max Payne. Oh, of the, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that description before. Put this vitality in. Just got to get our health off the ground. Because health is a very bad thing to have a whole lot of nothing of. Alright. I think we are just about where I want to be. With all the reason that I have. I really genuinely don't need this much reason, but I do. I have this much reason. By the way, I saw Aquaman, Tenace, and that was not as good of a movie as I was kind of hoping. I can't really say so much about the story, but there were some parts that I was just like, really? I don't know, maybe I'm kind of super judgmental about it, because I've heard about the debacle that was the DC or what do you call it? What was it called? The thing with all the Justice League movie. That was it. Hope I will be playing the Steam version. As far as I know, I will be playing the Steam version because I got it from Humble Bundle. What's wrong with the other versions? What is this? You might not know it to look at me, but I have grown strong as a smith or a soldier. Use this with 3 lessons learned to gain more health. We could do that. We could do that actually pretty easily. Just get as much health as possible. Health is easier to get than other things, and it's easier to restore, but you also have to be very careful that you don't overuse it, for obvious reasons. If you lose all your health and then affliction comes up, then you die. Pretty badly. So we're just gonna speed through all of the health, which requires just generating as much vitality as possible, which will generate actually more vitality, which is pretty nice. Whoops. Yep, because of Course of the Heart. Course of the Heart occurs when you're actually using health. If you don't use health, then it never happens. Yes, we've got... good times. The Bureau has not found us yet. That's because we've done nothing wrong. And anyone who says otherwise is an absolute fool. The UWP version is a shit show. Lots of problems with NVIDIA cards. Ow. Huh. Interesting. Let's get rid of this dread before this contentment wears off. I think we've got more than enough vitality at this point. Because I only needed 3, and I've got just a ton. Start the work again. Restlessness. Just gotta make sure restlessness doesn't build up into dread. And you can just do that by looking around. Vitality, a lesson learned. Alright, then we have this vitality and this vitality. And we can dream with another vitality to get rid of it because we don't need it. Because I think after this point, we are 1 away from just being maxed out on health. That's going, since we haven't gained any notoriety, that's just going to gain contentment, which is nice. We still have no belief, so that's going to end up resulting in restlessness. And we have all the vitality lessons learned that we need, which is nice. Whoops. All right, that's what we needed. I am going to dream with this dread to get rid of the contentment. Oh no, we got an affliction. We got more health to counteract the affliction. Fantastic. Alright. Now that all of that's done, we can now focus on Dr. Moreland's shop. Because I don't think we can actually increase anything any further without finding some amount of lore of some description. On Aquaman, the rest of the DCEU is a massive pile of garbage, except, what is WW? And I just so not like Momoa's portrayal of Arthur Curry. The best version of Aquaman was when they started having him battle in Lovecraftian horrors in the comics, with #2 version being Aquaman and the Brave and the Bold cartoon. You know, see, so, fun thing, actually. Funny you mentioned Lovecraftian horror, because they had something like that in this time, because they ended up showing off the creatures of the deep, which are, in essence, Lovecraftian fish things. But, they really fucked up that section. Like, all they had to do, so it was really dumb too, because they actually had a pretty good setup going for it. They picked out the correct music. They kind of had a zoomed out shot of just them diving into the deep with the Lovecraftian critters, kind of swarming around them in a massive school, and they kept flashing back in for some strange reason to just show them being attacked by the creatures, and I'm like, no, the shot, because the zoomed out shot just had like Aquaman with a flare, so that you could actually see the entire school, and they had just this really quiet, really creepy sounding music, but they kept getting rid of it every time they zoomed back in, and I just hated it. I really did. It just showed to me that they had absolutely no understanding of what that sort of stuff did, or like what Lovecraft is good at. It pissed me off actually quite a lot. Especially now that I'm talking about it here. Oh, good, contentment. What do we get? The Queen of Rivers. That's Snek. I think that's actually exactly what we're looking for. Fantastic. Study that shit. Because we wanted to set up a Snek cult this time around. Yay, funds. Something's a bit janky with cards being replaced. I don't know why. Well, that's definitely Snek. This is written in English. Fantastic. The Queen of the Vistula is poisoned. The Queen of the Dnieper chokes on a fishhook. The Queen of the Tagus is burnt alive. The culprit, it transpires, is the audience. The surviving queens are directed to execute whatever audience members do not escape. A surprisingly lucid epilogue suggests that the correspondence of river names with historical events does provide clues to secret histories beyond our own. Ah, it's a cult strap. So we're just going to start churning through Dr. Moreland since we have the money. Doctor's really good at just getting money, which is really, really quite nice. He's kind of easy mode in that way. Collection of essays. What does this require? I need to put it in study to get anything out of it. There is indeed what we're looking for. So we just have to speak with this. So at first I was hopeful that what Juan said was he was going to be using the element of that comic book or run in the movie, but I just don't think I can watch it. It's really a shame. It's the one time that they did use it too. I'm really happy that they ended up using there, because there is actually something that they did do correctly, which is just they ended up having this giant sea creature. I don't actually remember its name, but it was a guardian. It's basically a kraken dragon, and I was really happy about that because I love dragons and guardian creatures. Just represented something that Aquaman couldn't punch. Which, I mean, unfortunately, it's kind of the holding. Just, it's a standard for movies like this, where it's just like, okay, they find something that they can't punch, and then they eventually have to look at the way they've been fighting this whole time and reassess it, and then they do better the next time. And, In Brave and the Bold, Aquaman is voiced by John DiMaggio. Yeah, I remember that actually. I do remember. I really liked him in John DiMaggio, or in John DiMaggio in Brave and the Bold. That's Forge. So at this point, what we need is the speak. And then once we have speak, we can go somewhere. Oh, nice! We gotta write this early? I'll take that. Wasn't expecting a write. In the past, a score or more of longs were made. They brokered peace with the Forge of Days, long enough to set England on a path of early conquest and eventual destruction. The Forge itself devoured the greatest among them. That's hard to do, but I wouldn't exactly consider the hours to be anything aside from the most powerful beings in existence. Oh yeah, I remember that. I think it's wasn't there? I'm almost certain that at some point he ended up going inside Batman's body, and instead of being able to summon sea creatures, he summoned a lymphocyte and rode it as like a steed. And I don't remember. The cartoon was better than I expected. Yeah, the entire cartoon was really good. It was probably one of the things I remember most fondly from that particular channel. That was back when I still watched TV pretty regularly. So that was definitely nearing the end of it. The royalty of England, according to Willis Ford, became the sovereigns of the leashed flame, destroying or transforming their enemies, conquering Europe, establishing grand cathedrals to St. Spark. The alliance with the Forge begins to take its toll. The last few chapters are missing entirely. Okay, so we can use the collection of essays to get a bunch of lessons learned. This requires... yeah, this requires Forge. 4 of them. Which, to be fair, we can totally do. With 2 collections of essays. Kühne and Goethe. This one's written in... oh, this is Greek. Oh, that's a Greek language book. Oh, didn't even encounter anything written in Greek yet. I will happily take that. To think we can't even summon anything yet. Well, someday. I don't actually remember what this one is. This rite uses an instrument of power to set the blood afire. Fire is the lesion in the skin of the world. The assistant rarely survives unharmed. God. Tenace, do you remember Teen Titans? I used to love Teen Titans back when it was still running. That's at 3. Let's not lose the game this early on. Yay, we have Scholar. Greek. I'm actually gonna move all of these down here. What do we get? On the white. Winter aspect. Actually, both of those are winter. We've done nothing wrong. Leave us alone. Yay! Another collection of essays. I don't actually remember quite how the doctor ends up getting anything. I know he eventually does get something done. I just don't remember how. Oh, we're gonna be one contentment over. Oh well. Without a tool, we can't use that right, which is kind of a shame. Just what you need to refresh your note. Wow. Okay, we got super lucky. We got both of the language books really early on. Can't we? We can do something with this. Give it a moment to decay. Done. It really is just a bunch of repetitive movements, but I actually really enjoy this game a lot. It's kind of funny. A collection of poetry. If we actually... No. We can't use that to gain passion. Because this requires another glimmering, which we can't get yet. All right. Let's see here. So we've done all of this. I think it's time to start exploring a little bit. Why would we need a hireling? Oh, it's a hulking fellow. That's fun. We don't need a hireling. What we need is a pawn. Really, anything. Anything that'll get us the passion we need. So a street strange by moonlight would also be fine. Glad we got so much health. What is this? Another hulking fellow. Or maybe the same one, who knows? We have so much money. I suppose we could use an occult scrap. With an occult scrap. To upgrade the occult scrap. Hey, we found it. Okay, fantastic. This is exactly what I'm looking for. That'll give us the passion we need to reach Mansus. Jesus, I've become so much better at this game, too. Moonlight. Actually, explore an uncanny tangle of streets by the light of the moon. Glimmering, and then one more will get us passion. Then we can start increasing our passion. Oh! Okay, that doesn't delete it. Okay, good. For a second I thought it would. I'm a wee bit worried there. Oh, we got a subtle fracture. Can we use that, actually? Huh. That's Snek. I don't think we've got enough lore to summon anything. I'm pretty sure we can't do anything with that. You can get a lot of things from Streets Strange by Moonlight, too. Just... There we go. That's the glimmering I was looking for. Fuck it, just keep looking at the Streets Strange by Moonlight. See what else we can find. That's a lot of dread. Not really a fan of that. What does this require? This requires a victim, which is going to be hard to get right now. Yay! We got another Furtive Truth. Oh no, I've got Fascination. I guess that's one of the other things that it can get me. That's fine. Dread combats Fascination, which means this is the one time that I actually want Dread. Kind of wish that as a doctor you could just treat yourself, but you can't. That would be too overpowered, I guess. I just lost the 2 glimmerings. I'm slightly annoyed at that. Keep exploring, but oh right. I was about to say keep exploring, by the way, but then I realized that yeah, I'm using the explore to try and find glimmerings and stuff like that. That's a lot of dread. I suppose it is good to have around for now. Feed my imagination. Fascination eats dread, so there's no real downside to looking in. Look at all these subtle fractures that I have. Yeah, we got passion! And a vivid imagination. Passion's pretty important at this point. Because passion will allow me to dream. Hey Ferret, how you doing? Where is... Into the Mensis we go! I really do love this game, it's so silly. How has your day been, Ferritanium? Good, good. Firing party at the aunt's house. Oh, good times. I have to figure out what I'm doing this weekend. This is obviously the usual stream. But, unsurprisingly, there's not many people around to watch it today, which is, eh. We're about to head to the Mansis for our very first time. I limp along the road, and so it is that I see the serpent in the ditch. I follow it across the waste places into the root maze. Is it hair that brushes my face, or hanging moss? I bend low to stay close to the earth like my guide. I will not forget the way to the place. And we get our first look at the way to the wood. I believe it takes passion? Yeah, it takes passion. Unfortunately, we don't have much passion. Never needed it before now. And we lost our street strange by moonlight, so that's a bit of a bummer. Oh, good. It's the fascination that's eating everything. That's a lot of restlessness. Hey, we got the Ictissus Club. The Ictissus Club is very useful. It creates a lot of things. Welcome to the Mansis. And all before we could even start a cult. Not enough. Nope. Okay, so we need to upgrade our locksmith secret. We can do that by looking into Moorlands more. So Ferret, how does it feel to be running the run into a game you'd love, couldn't resist? Wait, what game? What is the game? You should tell me. Adam RPG. What is this? Adam RPG post-apocalypse. This is a strange name, but yeah, sure. Let's take a look at this. I feel like I've heard of this actually. Have I? Steam, you never successfully do this shit. Okay, Atom. Oh, I think I have heard of this. Is this a top-down? No. Okay, never mind. Looks disturbingly like Wasteland. Wasteland 2, that is. I love that the trailers are also in mostly Russian. Hopefully the translations are good. Sure. Seems like something that I might actually definitely take a look at. That reminds me, actually, given that you've been gifting me things. Have you played it yet, Ferret? What was it called? Oh, what? Oh, why did that fail? Oh, it's because, right. Space isn't... There we go. I completely forgot. I wanted to add that. The Victory of Crowns. Erratic accounts by one Aaron of the hunting and consumption of supposed immortals by shadowy cults of assassins. Published in the late 19th century. Interesting. That's an edge. Well, that just breaks through everything else that's been piling up. Why not? It'll come after, I guess, Fury, since I'm still kind of moving through Fury. But Fury's on the last boss, so it shouldn't take much longer. That is a lot of dread. I don't really like how much dread that is. And the well in the woods is never dry, but it is never clear. One night it might heave with crawling roots. On another, it will pulse with bright moss. On nights of the full moon, its waters are choked with the fat, dappled bodies of moths. Last night, I saw it brimming with dark and viscous blood. Gelatinous shreds drifted in its surface. Clots of grail matter. We're just going to try and start getting rid of some of this dread. I don't like having this much dread. Can't do anything with this. We need a follower. How is it that I spend so much time in the late game that I actually forget how to create a cult when I start a new game? Ugh. No. Here. Believe me, I'm working on it. I could have sworn I had some amount of contentment. We had so much dread that the dread ate itself. That's kind of funny. Let's just increase our passion by 1 so that we have 2 instead of just the 1. Little bit worried about how low we're getting on money here. And having to use it to counteract that dread. So the game is based on GURPS. The original game that Fallout was based on. Yes. It's a role-playing system, and that's pretty much all I know about it, to be honest. That Fallout was heavily based on it, and yeah, it's really just it. Lesson learned. Okay, we need 1 more passion. Good boy. You shush. So far it looks great, the translations look good, maybe you'll love it, but it seems like a game you'd love. We will see. I'm just a little bit worried that it won't have its own identity and try to stay too close to Fallout, as a lot of post-apocalyptic games of that style do. That's more or less what ended up ruining Wasteland for me. Like, yeah, it had its disco bots, but yeah, it had its disco bots. Just keep making money. We can't afford to not be making money right now. Despair is eating so much of it. Alright. Upgrade our passion by 1. Bleak thoughts. Great. Of course the bleak thoughts come now, just after I've gotten rid of despair. We're getting rid of that immediately. Actually, not even kidding. Seconds after getting rid of despair. There, go away. So unfortunately, there is one thing that I will have to say about, what's the game? Where the water tastes like wine. I may unfortunately have to drop it because of its control issues. You can't rebind any of the controls, and the control issues are actually kind of a massive pain. That, combined with the fact that you have to rotate the camera constantly to figure out where the fuck everything is, and there's no compass? Like, the premise of the game is great, but that's pretty much the problem. Its execution is more or less garbage. which is such a shame. Because I can't stand playing it for more than an amount of time. What ends up happening is that you wander around looking for stories and then exhaust all your stories on the first dude that you can find. Like, the stories are interesting, but they don't actually have an ending to them. They just kind of occur. They're more events than stories. Because the story has a beginning, middle, and an end. The ones in Where the Water Tastes Like Wine don't. I love that whenever that shows up, it just automatically stops music because it's got its own "you're about to lose the game" music. So Ferret, what are your plans for tomorrow? I'm also, unfortunately, almost certain that I genuinely can't do anything right now. Until I somehow end up getting, like, a rumor. Which I don't know. That's just weird. Like that. Hey, we found aura flames. Explore with this, please. Find me a person. I suspect that at the end of this story, I may find someone who will hear what I have to say. And then with that one someone, we can actually get into a cult. Hey Sylvia, I can't talk to you. Like, I genuinely cannot talk to you. I am missing the verb. Soon, first occult. Hey, Pure Waifu 42. Yeah, we're trying, but I am actually missing the verb. I cannot talk to anyone to start a cult, which is frustrating a little bit. Let's explore, see what this gives us. Also, I hope you're not all that interested in me reading out the lore because I've heard all of it already and am going at Mach speed to try and just get through to making my cult as possible. Oh good! Things that I still can't use. So Sylvia's here. I can't talk to her. There's got to be something that I've forgotten. Because I'm trying to figure out if there's, like, an event that, for the physician, pops up the required information. The assassins are, according to Arun, the agents of a power called the Coronal, a soldier of the secret masters. The accounts go all the way back to the Roman times. I think it means colonel, not coronel. But I'm not sure. I am genuinely not sure why I don't have the talk verb at this point. Because I can go to Mansus, I have my first recruit. I can talk to... I have a fair amount of lore, actually. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what's going on here. At this point, I might be able to just go through with the Mansis and eventually unlock everything. Just using books. This one requires Sanskrit. Wow, we are getting all of the language books. Like, the game is not even hiding the fact that it's trying to give them. Jesus. Fine, we'll try and explore the Ichdyssus Club. A dancer enters from stage left, swathed in red bandages tied as tendons. She peels one away. Another. This must be a trick. One cannot remove garments so softly that the bones beneath the skin are visible. Bones pink as peach flesh. Organs nestled like grapes. The lights dim. Cutter. Go out, and the stage's red star with them. All our lips are dry. An awareness of appetite. Yeah, we have the Sanskrit reader. We already have every language that you can get from Dr. Moreland's shop, and we still can't even talk to a person. What the hell? Like, my health is actually maxed out aside from using lore to improve it. If I remember right, the physician requires sacrifice of reason to get the talk verb. Have you checked the fish? Yeah, the fish hook. I have not. You are correct. You are correct. I keep forgetting. So I have a bad habit with this game. I have a tendency to forget early game stuff a lot because I spend so much time in late game. Also, we got another locksmith secret, which means we can upgrade locksmith because we are going knock. We got temptation enlightenment, which isn't what we want. What can we use to change this? So we can use power, sensation. Fuck it, let's go for a power victory. I've not seen a power victory. Oh, great. We don't have any glimmering. Yay, Elridge. Alright, so we've got power, and that is our victory condition. I've seen enlightenment. Enlightenment's decently alright, but I don't know much about it. Anyway. Found a mystical organization. Here is someone I might work with, a companion or a follower. But first, I must give them something to follow. A society, a sodality, an order, a cult. Woo! We got some notoriety going too, which means we gotta stab some people pretty soon here. That's fine, we got knife secrets. Also, now that we have talk, we can actually start talking about Oh, this. Alright. Oh, damn, I actually probably should have used the knock aspect there instead. That's fine, probably. Power and sensation almost universally get things quicker. Your favorite victory is always the lantern energy being fertilized. Now, if only that didn't slow down the fast, or how fast the creator makes new content for that ending. Oh. Wait, what? Is Alexa actually, or Alexis actually being slowed down by that? I was actually not aware. The pieces fit! I just want this. This project has possibilities. And then when research requirements appear, we can use... What I'm going to do is I'm going to work with this skill to get us some glimmering. Inspiration can be this. I just want some glimmering out of this. Which we happily got. And some mystique. Fantastic. I'm not going to kill off the weary detective. He's just terrible at his job. And especially since we got Sylvia so early on. We will go through... that's going to require passion, and I've only got one right now. This needs healing. I can tell you that straight up. This needs to be in here. Restlessness, great. I love restlessness. I love it when it just sits around and is useless. Choose a founding principle. I'll choose a founding principle when I goddamn have one. There we are. It came back. Establish the Society of the Holy Wound. An occult society dedicated to the hours which open doors. Yep. We are effectively the City of Doors now. Alright. Might as well keep looking for lore. No reason not to. I must give of myself. We got the red orchid. That's grail. Not really what we need. I might want to slow down on finding book. Oop. Ah, I wish you could just like have a toggle so that they don't do that and just stay in one place. I would love just this area of the game. We have the Society of the Holy Wound. It goes over here now and stays over here. Eldridge, I may sacrifice you. Don't worry about it. We have one right, and I may have to sacrifice you to use it. Boop. In the original myth, Marsyas lost a musical contest and was flayed by Apollo, who later regretted it. In this version, Marsyas' skin has a further history. Yay, poetry. It's actually pretty useful right now. Oh, I should probably heal this. Just saying. Also, that dread's kind of filing. Well, we got one dread. It's also about to expire. Oi! This is why I don't like the verb tiles just appearing and disappearing. Because they displace other cards. Yay, we got a Thunderous Secret. This goes here. Oh, this one is in Latin. What else we got? We got Lantern. That's Greek. Not that we don't have Greek. We have actually all of the languages. Wow, you are really going fast with those Seasons of Change. Did I play this game back before AutoGrid existed? Yeah, I did. It was awful. It was in a word hell on earth. You had to move the card piles next to each other without letting a single card touch even a bit, because if they did, it would domino off and send your entire pile of cards flying halfway across the table. Yeah, I remember that. That was really bad. I'm glad they ended up adding the grid. That was a huge change that I can only say I approve of. I should probably stop using Dr. Moreland's when I've got so much so much dread piling up. We can keep researching though. A dire bestiary of the horrors to be found in mirrors. This is a recent edition of a 3rd century text by Poemander. Yay, more Grail. Hello, weary detective. I've done nothing wrong. I'm just gonna start generating some contentment, if that's all right with you. Eat a dread. Oh, sweet. We got a Mantis Glimpse. And we got another right. What's this one do? I don't think I need that. I would prefer that dread to still be in the painting, but sure. We got more contentment out of it, and then I can paint with it again. To get rid of it? No, it's gonna be grabbed. Oh good, the contentment got grabbed instead. The life of a cultist, struggling existential despair with a doorknob. With doorknob licking insanity. Pretty much, yeah. I've had so many games where I've just fucked up so royally on the whole don't die to despair part. Oh hey, we actually got some funds out of 0 passion. I'll take it. Also, Eldridge. We actually, yeah, we've got 2. We might be able to upgrade. No, it requires 6. But that's actually really easy because we can send someone out to explore. Go find me some knock. Oh my god, game! I am not dying to despair. Ah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. Glimmering, a lesson learned. Let's not do that. That. Contentment, and then another contentment. This is a 2, right? Yeah, 2. Oh no, fascination! So the reason I'm doing this is just so that I can use knock to get higher followers really early on. We can also talk about knock. Sure, I'll take that contentment. We got some more glimmering. That's pretty nice. Actually, quite a lot more glimmering. Keep making money. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. All right. I'm curious. No, we can't refresh that. So we've got more than enough glimmering to get another level. Okay. What's going on? Oh, oh! We can start getting Spintria. Worth far more than actual money. Damn it. Go explore again. Yay, funds. We got Poppy. Okay, she's probably the worst one. In fact, I would actually say if you don't have pawns, she is arguably the worst one to get. I think one of the funniest things that can happen in this game is if you summon a creature and it goes wild, it can randomly attack people. If it attacks Dr. Ibn Adim, it will do utterly nothing because he has no mortal tag. I just assume being attacked by monsters is an average affair for him. Yeah, I didn't actually realize he has no mortal tag. I know Poppy and some of the other patrons do, and Sulichana doesn't as well. But that's kind of interesting. Okay, how many does this take? I have been known to break 6 pencils a day. 3. Okay, we got more than enough time to do that. And then we get to choose what we want to max those out with. Yay, contentment. That's not what I wanted, but sure. Subtle flaw. Boop. Not enough. Damn. If I'd gotten to it before it degraded by 1, then that might have worked, but no, I didn't. It's a hint that he's one of the long. Yeah. Yay, more glimmering. Please just keep looking. I need more subtle flaws. Or subtle fractures. Pop. Feed my imagination, fiercest. Sooner murder an infant in its cradle than nurse unacted desires. Please, by all means, keep looking for people. Let's find some stabby boys. Because eventually I am going to have to start generating notoriety. If for no other reason than to just run the, what do you call them, the expeditions? Aha! Oh darn. Okay, that's gonna finish beforehand. Good. Okay, so who do we have? We got Moth and Edge. Elridge is an Edge boy. That is actually a fantastic thing to find really early in the game. Oh no, an affliction. Why am I? Oh, right. Oh, did I find another acquaintance? Can I increase the duration of this? No. I don't have a high enough level of knowledge. Darn. Alright. Peculiar Rumor's really good. It'll increase my notoriety, but I don't really care right now. Now with Sylvia. Elridge, you're gonna have to start exploring for more of those. So the last cult that I ended up playing was a Edge cult. Knife of the Bright Edge. Oh goody, a hanger-on. Fantastic. You are exactly who I wanted to meet. You're gonna be sacrificed to Poppy. So, sorry about that. What's up, bro? You're not part of the cult. You get over here. Actually, you can sit next to Poppy. I assure you she's good company. Oh goody, another hanger-on. Also gonna be eaten. Actually, that's a knock hanger-on, so maybe not. Alright, Elridge, start looking around. Find me some streets strange by moonlight. Who'd you find? You found some professional muscle. That's... Dude, you're supposed to be the muscle. Only a little wound. Just enough to give homage to the powers that open. Skeleton song. There's our one grail that I'm probably not going to use for the rest of the game. So we've got 2 pawns now. That's good. Just need more money. What does this cost? I think this costs lore. Like, it actually eats lore. Which I don't like. Outrage. No. Keep looking around. Collect all the lore. We will. Oh no, another hireling. It's a shifty woman. That's not what we're looking for. We will, Ferret. Believe me, we will. You can bet on it. We will talk to Poppy as well. Reason to interrogate Poppy further at Passion. Elridge, just keep looking. Trust me, it's out there somewhere. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Hey, we got Spintria and funds. Okay, usually I put my stuff down here. Okay, that needs to be translated. That we can do. There's our subtle fracture. That's what I've been looking for. Boop. And boop. Super fast upgrades. That's what Noct does. Where's my Street Strange by Moonlight? There. Because the flaw will be eaten. Sure. Ugh. Incredibly convenient timing on that is actually incredibly convenient. Let's keep working, please. There's so many plates to spin. The illustrations are certainly striking. They flush the skin and glow beneath the eyelids after the book is closed. To she who was flesh, I offer my wounds. To she who was stone, I offer this moment, when my old self divides from my new. To she who came from light, I offer my secrets. The door is open. Oh, great. We've got notoriety. I probably should have upgraded Sylvia, actually, because if you upgrade Sylvia pretty early on, then she's just effectively granting you immunity to, well, anything that would put your followers away. That's fine. If we get another one, which we did, then we can upgrade her. That's Street Strange by Moonlight. Where is my... There it is. Oot. That's a lot of dread. I don't like this much dread. Go ahead and explore. Might as well upgrade the pawns too. I'm not doing anything with them. Get some moolah! And move on. Put that in. Go at light speed. We just need to keep going and going and going and going and gone. I never did end up getting any passion, did I? No, I don't think I ever did. Use this with 4 lessons learned to gain more passion. Huh. Yay, glimmering. Fuck it. Let's upgrade our passion. Just keep on looking at Street Strange by Moonlight. This dread is making us almost immune to the downsides of it. Hey Sylvia, you are going to be the person that just keeps getting rid of the evidence over and over again. And if you get hurt, so be it. Hey, look. Now do your job. There's practically no chance she's actually going to fail at that. Yay, more glimmering. Just keep looking. Glimmering lesson learned. It really is just kind of autopilot at this point. I don't even think about what I'm doing so much, it just kind of occurs. Hey, contentment. I like contentment. We have books. We do have books. Just keep everything filled. Also, Sylvia's fine. Yeah, she's fine. No more tentative evidence. Get rid of that dread. Oh, good. Fascination, don't really care. In fact, I'd actually really enjoy if fascination started becoming an issue so that it starts eating dread. I love that I'm just like, I need to be fascinated with things. I need to start going insane. Because that is just all this game. Oh, you didn't miss much, Tennis. Sure, I'll kill you, rumor. We've started our cult. I suppose you did miss that. The heck is this? In the season of Rise, Poppy will return. That's fine. There you go. A sexton's secret. Certain knowledge, it is said, can be expressed only through the particular quality of a silence. It has been suggested that one can only read such knowledge with one's eyes closed, but only by mischievous means. Only by mischievous commentators. Another subtle fracture. Woo! We are just killing it tonight. Alright. Upgrade a pawn. Probably the knock pawn. I see why people say that you can upgrade super quickly with this cult. Because you can. You genuinely don't even care. You just get 6 free focus really early on. Or 6 free essence. What a loyal friend you have here. Do say goodbye now. Well, goodbye, Poppy. I hope my friend entertained you. Yeah. My follower is gone. I remain. Poppy Lascelles is seen here and there. She may have more to say to me. So Poppy will largely just be one of our possible sources of income. I have no real desire to talk to her yet, though. Oh good, another subtle fracture. Where is my... Yeah, we should have enough time. We have zero reason to actually do anything with this. More glimmering. More passion. AKA the reason for the Grey Pawn to exist. Yeah! Oh, Le Chauffleur. How you doing? Did you actually see what I sacrificed to Poppy? Because it actually was a Grey Pawn. I was like, you're going to be useless up the line. How are you doing, my friend? Let's actually use some passion here. Inspiration can be contentment, just so we have contentment lying around later. But yeah, just it was a Grey Pawn. That was pretty much it. It was kind of funny. I find it more funny that you just happened to mention that exact thing. Also, we're going Knock this time, so we've upgraded most of our followers already. So I'm just kind of waiting on getting a couple more before we go on an expedition. Grey Pawn, the doorknob liquor. Yep. Is that actually a thing on his card? Does he lick doorknobs? Because you are not the first person to mention that. Also, we're trying to upgrade passion one more time. That was useless. We're going for power this time around. So I'm hoping that I can get it. I've never seen power. I've seen... There are two ascensions that I haven't seen so far. One of them is power, the other is... whatever the Grail ascension is. I forget. Trying to look around, let's see what can we do. We can upgrade red secrets to the next tier. We can also upgrade glimmerings. Because at this point all I've been doing is just using passion. A lot of passion. Hey Violet! I don't actually remember what kind of person Violet is. Violet is always given unstintingly, or has always given unstintingly of her time, easing the pain of the dying. Aw, you heart? You sound like your heart. I almost did Lantern. I very nearly did Lantern. I had already gotten to the final phase, but it ran out of time. My my previous girlfriend actually did Lantern before me. Not in real life, in the game. We need to do Street Strange by Moonlight again. Please don't find a person. Follow him. The fact that you can use Street Strange by Moonlight to just upgrade so quickly with Knock is so broken, honestly. Okay, that's the glimmering I needed. So which one did did I actually do? So the one that I succeeded with was Change. And Change was actually a lot... It took a lot longer than I was expecting because you really need to see the end of the game. Like, Change genuinely requires you to go on practically every expedition. Knuckler gets you through all the doors as well, which is nice. Yep. Lantern is kind of like that as well. And Knocklore is used for summoning things. So if you have good Knocklore, which you will have the ability to summon practically anything you need. Just keep looking. Yay, more glimmering. I actually like having Fascination around because it will eat Dread if you let it. Which is my #1 killer. I don't think I've ever actually died to Fascination. That's kind of hard to do. Who are you? Saliba, an acquaintance. Saliba is a man of prodigious appetites. He has long passed the point where their satisfaction has given him any pleasure. But he has learned so very much. Knock 5+ is enough for any summon. Yeah. Change Moth or Change Heart? Change Heart. So I turned into a boar. Forge/Heart/Lantern. Yeah. But you still need Knock to actually initiate the summon. Alright, let's start swearing some people in. But you can also do that with just, I don't know, a tool of some kind. Earlier releases, Fascination could only be cured with Dread. There were no fleeting reminiscences. Fascination was way harder to deal with back then. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever ended up dying of No, I did die of Fascination back then, now that I think about it. I only really started playing this game after they released Dancer and then contacted me again, and I was like, I'm going to take another look at this, because this is a good game. Speak of esoteric matters. There's a moth down there. What's this going on? Bleak thoughts. We got a contentment. It's about to disappear. Oh, we got another contentment. We'll be fine. We don't have any Mystique. Sure. I don't actually know what Esoteric Heart does aside from occasionally generate some notoriety when you use it. And I know that you can create the painting relics, which, yeah, those things are great. Those things are actually just amazing. Because if you get enough pigments, then you can just sell them for huge amounts of money. Try turning Grid Snap off. Someone actually mentioned that. And I have played without Grid Snap. It is insane. Someone mentioned that earlier before you came in. I don't know if they're still around. Also, you know what? Le Chiffleur. Congratulations, you are our dude today. Boop. Oh, I misspelled that. Congratulations, you are our physician. Hopefully I won't get you killed, but I've already gotten you to cultist phase, so we're probably fine. Most of my difficulty in these games is just starting out, and then once I've actually upgraded some stats, I am just fine. Wow. Good job. Another glimmering. Please send me. I will do my best. I will do my best. Yay, more glimmering. Woo! At the very least, you are just the most brilliant scientist on all of the Earth right now. I don't have any passion. I feel like I may have just wasted this. No. Hey, Spectec. Come in to see, please ascend me. Hey, Spec, have you ever seen this game? This is a really interesting game. It's also kind of like my new what the hell am I doing game. Though after completing a change ascension, I feel like I need to turn the difficulty up because Dread doesn't really affect me, and a lot of other things are kind of easy. Oh, good. We should also continue exploring Street Strange by Moonlight. Hello, Mr. Weary Detective. You stay next to Poppy. She's great. How you doing, Spec? Oh, humans far until I ascend. But you would love to understand. So basically, it's a card game. But you don't know the rules to it. Or at least you don't when you first start out. I have largely discovered most of the rules, so I'm going to be doing and seeing a lot of things that normally people wouldn't be doing or seeing their first playthrough. Like, for instance, promoting a servant to a pawn. They're just a pawn. They'll never amount to much. And then dealing with dread by buying opium, which is an option that you can do. Do we have any glimmering? Not really. Go ahead and fast forward. But basically, what you do is you put cards into each of these verbs. The verbs are the big tile things. And then they do a thing. Like, for instance, I can use a position at the Institute with work to do some work and then get some money out of it. Or I can use the skill, a fevered imagination, with a bunch of passion and some inspiration, like, say, this dread. And oh yeah, that also happens. Don't worry about that. Just stop thinking about it. Stop. No. That was unrelated to what I just did, by the way. That was something that I've had going for a little while. Opium and dread. What a lovely experience. Yeah, some of the endings for this are kind of nasty. Wait, what are you? You are Grail. Why are you Winter? Violet likes to paint. She has a gift, although she's always been very modest about it. She never puts human figures in her paintings. There are enough people in the world. I like Violet. Winter aspect is usually, you just want people to stop. Stop thinking, stop talking, stop breathing, stop being. Why aren't you stopping? Violet. And keep exploring Street Strange by moonlight, please. Oop. I should probably put pigments in at some point. He's gonna get to notoriety eventually. Notoriety has a super long time. Yay! Fascination! It eats dread. Sometimes, when it actually occurs. It occurs very rarely. Where's the other glimmering? Here it is. We're gonna have to get another. That's fine, though. That's why I love putting Violet as my painting subject. It's so wonderfully ironic. That actually is really kind of funny. I didn't even think about that. Is there any extra flavor text for it? Or is that just something that you can do? We are a cult that is based around Knock. So our cult is called the Society of the Holy Wound. Knock is about opening things, as you might expect from something called Knock. But more than that, it's also about just finding ways around problems. Knock is one of the fastest moving cults in the game, mostly due to this right here, the Subtle Fracture, which you can get really early in the game by just exploring with the Street Strange by Moonlight. To just keep upgrading everyone, which is what I've been doing. Saliba! Saliba! I like his name a lot. What's my religion about opening things? It's about opening things. So general lore of this game is there's these creatures called Hours that inhabit a world called the Mansus. And the Mansus is a world unlike ours, much larger and much more mysterious and behind the scenes than anything else we've ever seen. What you saw earlier was a glimpse into the Mansus. But the Mansus is entirely something that is incomprehensible. In fact, how about we try to comprehend it? So the best part about this game for me is the huge amount of flavor text everything has. If I have enough passion, I can walk the dream road to the wood. If I have the right knowledge, I might be able to find a way beyond it. Now I pass between the scar-barked trees. The moon passes behind the branches. Though her fingers remain in my hair, I am stumbling over root now. It is tempting to drop to all fours to avoid the low branches. Pale wings move deep in the night. And with my Mansus poster I received about a week ago, I got an Edge cult card. So Edge it is for you. Nice. I kind of find Edge a little bit lackluster. Mostly because Edge doesn't have its own victory. It has to go with another cult's victory. In fact, I find that a lot of the cults are like that. Forge is usually power. But a lot of I assume that there's just going to be more victories coming up and added to the game. I don't know how long they intend to support the game, but it's pretty interesting. I did the heart victory recently. Edge doesn't have victory, but it's easy prisoners. Yeah, so you can keep going through a lot of things or sacrificing them to make zombies. We are out of Street Strange by Moonlight, which means I think it's time to look for more people. Let's go stab a boy. You, go find some stuff. Oh, damn it. Who'd they find? A shifty woman. No white door? Oh, I don't actually... Do we have the ability to use white door yet? I haven't really had any need to. I've just been recruiting and trying to upgrade. Exercise the imagination, folly. The apple tree never asks the beech how he shall grow, nor the lion, the horse, how he shall take his prey. Huh. Wow. None of these were great this time. Oh, I should slow down since you've never seen... What's the ad quote thing? I don't think it functions right now. Let me actually see. That is a good question, Spec. If you look up Streamlabs bot, you can probably find it. Because I don't actually know it right now. Because we did shift bots a while back. You can get the Stag's Riddle even. If we get lucky, yeah. I think we need to upgrade a little bit more because Stag's Riddle is usually 3rd tier. I don't think we can actually answer it yet. Okay, let's see. Nope. You can get the riddle, not the answer. Oh, okay, yeah. We need to do a bit more opening to do that. Woo! Skill, an open soul. Behold, they stand at my door and knock. If I hear any voice, I will open the door, and they will come in to me and sup with them, and they with me. All right, that is the maximum passion that we can get. We can do erudition as well, though there's not really much reason. Yeah, it's true. Let's see. Oh man, I just realized we can totally just sell these poetries off now, since we can't go any higher, because this is passion and skill can increase no further. This will get us a winter aspect. There is an extensive discussion of the similarities between Elopili's own dreams and those of the Emperor Elagabalus, who Elopili regards as a dupe or avatar of the sun in rags. The white is west of the world, Elopili remarks, and winter does not wait forever. Actually kind of fitting that we start looking into winter books as we try to go to the white door. The white door is the winter hours domain. Hello, cat. Speaking of lantern. Usually keep 4 of each poetries and essays to upgrade the last stage and sell the last one. Yeah, but we don't actually need... we've already upgraded to the last stage on skill. But yeah, it is usually easier to get it that way. I just happen to be using Street Strange by Moonlight and generating a heck of a lot of... what do you call it? Glimmering just out of that, so... Not even really a threat. Alright. These are the bounds about the house, with their mists and their traces. This is the rock called the Temple of the Wheel, high as a church spire, patched with black lichen and daubed with eye signs. I round it, And there ahead of me is the white door. The light of the house leaks around its edges. And we now have the way to the white door memorized. Also, we have an affliction, which isn't great. Go away. The only thing you use the streets for is dating. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the only other use for them, really. Where's the Streamlabs link? I don't think... Do you need a Streamlabs link? For the quotes? I don't think I specifically have one. If I do, then I don't know what it is. Supposedly they're turned on. I just, the bot isn't telling me what the actual quote is. Also, I have no quotes because I didn't end up bringing them in. I suppose I could just sign into the old Nightbot and grab all the old quotes, but that'd be the third time I've done that. Oh, there you go. Alpha's got it. Thank you, Alpha. Also, Alpha, did you change your name on other... Because I've only ever seen you as Alpha MGZO here. But I could have sworn you used to go by that name elsewhere as well. Oop. Oh no. Don't put me in the hard, horrible place. Like you could even try. Okay. Now that we aren't really using Explore, I suppose we can start doing Dr. Moreland's again. We have a lot of money. We might as well. People get confused after Alpha. Never tried it with just Temptation. What? Oh! Oh! Yeah, you're right. I'm actually not sure. You know what? We'll see. We will see. Another skill book. Or another lore book, I suppose I should say. Thank God we got so much health. Yeah, I think it's any desire, because I'm pretty sure I've done it before with just one. Wrapped in King. Ah! Put that down there. We can auction off a lot of things too. We should probably also be using Aura Flames. I forget what generates large amounts of erudition. There is a way, but I don't remember what it is. We've also got a lot of collections of essays. The Humors of a Gentleman, Samuel Savage's satirical comedy on the intrigues of the ailing but cunning Jean's son, his mistress Mavelin, her lover Leo, and the upstart Corvino. Don't you just love plays? I love plays. Plays are great. Yeah, ever actually been to plays? Plays are just amazing. I have a coworker that does a lot of really good stuff. Do we want the Furtive Truth? Suppose it's better than the Fascination. does this require? This requires a sacrifice of lore? Yeah, lore. That is absolutely awful. I have no idea why you would ever use that one. Unless you really had no other option. And needed something to be summoned right then and there. Get pounded by the heirs. Useful for the dancer. Does the dancer not care about lore? Because I could have sworn that, yeah, I got the same ending that the dancer would, and I cared about lore pretty heavily. Granted, I eventually did have so much lore I didn't really ever need to use it, but still, it was there. It existed. I liked having it. High school, a few. I was looking for like 2 people in said plays. Okay. Yeah, I remember high school. Well, I didn't ever do high school plays. Somehow I never ended up in drama. But I did do like middle school stuff. That was kind of interesting. I went to high school plays. Those were good. Do I want to try a place? We've got a lot of disciples now. Cat's a believer. I'm a little bit worried here. Let's try looking for one of these. I just need a low tier one. One that we're very likely to succeed with. No, stop putting the reason on top of the reason. That's not where what was going on. I hate it when cards stack. Except you didn't want them to stack. Like this. God damn it. Okay. Yay, St. Agnes Hospital, that'll do. Have at you. Did anyone see what happened to the white door? I didn't see what happened to the white door. Oh, right. I can go in it. I don't know how to get past it yet. The expedition continues. What do we got? We need a heart or lantern to suppress the curse, otherwise it will not keep us from our goal, but it may trouble us later. Fuck. Let's really hope that's enough. I don't know what that curse does either. This is the dry soul curse. Six heart influence can be used in the dancing job to get to the next change. Oh, okay. Because the bay is at the lodge. So what have you been up to, Spectre? How have you been? And are things going a little bit better for you, I hope? Icy atmosphere. I don't know what that was. An intensity of radiance. I still wish that it would pause after you come back from the manses, but sure. The invisible arts. Christopher Elopoli is said to have remarked, are as profitable as macrame, as ethical as tobacco smuggling, and in general as beneficial as roulette. Still, there is always the Orchard of Lights. And indeed, the orchard, with its glowing fruit and its peaceful mist, is a place to be yearned for. Last night I walked there in the peaceful hours of the deep night. Even after waking, I still carry with me a little of the glory of the old sun. Oh, I know. I know about the bay at the lodge. The one that will commonly get you out of trouble with the police. She is Bay. I've been lagging on your stream, so expect other responses to be behind. I think everyone lags a little bit. It's just a difference between how much. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that I get within 10 seconds. I was expecting more along the lines of 30. Whoops. Game. Game. Thank you. That was weird. By the end of the first act, Mavelin has revealed a secret door in the walls of the house to Leo, and Corvino has taken to consuming worms. The play is scabrous and occasionally hilarious. The characters are contrary and capricious. Many of the more resonant lines might well be formulae of power disguised in plain sight. Oh. The dry soul curse has not yet taken effect. We're gonna have to see what that does. I don't know what the dry soul curse does, but at worst it'll probably kill off one of my followers. Oh, you can get glimmering if you dream of that? Huh. That's actually kind of interesting. Erudition, a lesson learned. Takes reason. Well, within reason, I assume. Still has not taken effect. Alright, what do we get? The Violet Chamber. Oh, right. Also, I wanted to... The Colonel is an hour which knows light, but does he remember it? His power might yet protect us. There is a price to be paid when one trespasses in a place like this. Someday soon, the curse will tighten around us. Success. I'll know more soon. What was this place? The door bore no sign. There were no windows. The walls were painted a rich violet, rich even now after the ravages of rain through the leaking ceiling. A rotting chair has leather straps on the arms. The floor is porcelain and runneled. There is a padlocked cupboard in the wall. It does not long resist our strength. It contains instruments tipped with flint and glass, instruments one would not expect a surgeon to use. It contains other matters of much interest to us, too. Nice. This is actually pretty good. This is a pigment, which allows us to make heart. Some good stuff. Heart paints. Yep. Just gotta find something that is high enough heart lore. Now that I know you can get erudition. That's where we need those pounding airs. Ah, okay. Yeah. I did nothing wrong. I'm innocent, I tell you. Moreland shop, please. Just keep giving me funds. Oh god, moth. Oh hey, Hersalt's nightmare. I've levered up floorboards and wriggled down snugly. Now I am compressed beneath them like a hidden corpse. The air stinks of hot dust. My mouth is full of splinters. But this is the space below. I'm slightly mad. We actually have a direct use for that. That should be a Heart 6 lore. Oh, really? We'll see. Once I actually get my reading back. Maybe it's only 4. We'll see. What I should be doing actually is just going through the collections of essays. Become the wisest of old fools. Boop. Hey cat, you're upgraded now. Now we actually have some good lantern, not shit lantern. Let's start talking to people about things we probably shouldn't be talking about. A waking chant. You were right. You were actually right. Congratulations. You get a cookie. Okay. Means we can paint with that. I think. Yeah, that should be enough. been dizzy for the past 2 weeks, so I got that checked out by a doctor. Doing some yoga now. It's odd, but I'm doing my best to do her suggestions. Been doing the usual skeeting of the peasants. Yes, what is a skeeter? Finally dropped out. Good residence. I could have learned what I learned there at home for a much better price. So overall, got insurance sorted out. Well, that's something. So that's how I could see the docs about my dizziness. Huh. You are the second person that I actually know, Spec, who has gotten an electric shaver for Christmas. Yeah, let's make that painting. That is kind of funny, though, that you are the second person. No problem. I assume you mean good riddance. Let's build this reactor. I really hope that this goes well, because otherwise I'm losing the rose pearl dust. Ah! Sure, I'll take that. Hey, Grail. Nice. More erudition. We done a bad thing. I've made something unique, something extraordinary, something I will never dare to exhibit publicly. This cannot possibly ever see daylight. It will earn no funds. And we got a shit ton of notoriety for it, which isn't great. But that's why we have people that eat notoriety for breakfast. Saliva? No. Do we not have a heart? We don't have a heart person. Huh. We may need a heart person. Also forge. At some point we'll need forge. Yeah, we only had the pawn to upgrade anyway. Sorry. Oh shit. I didn't even notice that that was actually... We got a super big break there. I nearly got us killed. High affliction. By affliction. Didn't we have a vitality? No? No. I could have sworn we had a vitality. Got some stuff happening tomorrow, so I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys when I see you. Night. No worries, Spec. Did we get our riddle? No, we did not. I never actually went over to the lion store. We can almost certainly do it now, though, with a waking chant. What do we got? Patron and acquaintance. Oh, good. More notoriety. That's fantastic. Hello, hanger-on. That is a... I don't know what kind of hanger-on this is. I assume that's Grail? Let's see. That is a lot of erudition. And then we get one more erudition after this, and then we upgrade finally. We become the final form. Look at all of these people. Also, I think that the only reason Malarthi's not around is because he's on vacation right now. As far as I'm aware. Otherwise, we'd be seeing him today as well. Yeah, we got more vitality. Oh, we did have a vitality just lying around. God damn it. What does this take to upgrade? Desire. To the stag door. The ascent is slow. Winds from nowhere pluck at me. My skin is stained with light. The wood shivers with motion far below. Oh shit, there's a knock book right here. The third volume of Teresa Galmier's examination of parallels in the mystic dreams of artisans. I think I've actually used it with Temptation before. Then we do a collection of essays, get our final lesson learned, and we should be fine. Send out for Dr. Moreland. Oh. Oh, yeah, he didn't learn anything, did he? Doesn't look like it. I'm not seeing anything anywhere. What's this? Fleeting reminiscence. That's fine. The stag door, a rigid barrier of blood-streaked horn, huge enough for a ship to pass. It was broken long ago, and even now the scars are not quite healed. In a declivity beside the door rests a vast and wounded golden head. Its mouth would be large enough to swallow me, were its jaw not shattered. It is the name, Girby. It begins to intone its riddle. What must open before the way opens? Enter this riddle to pass the stag door, and be accounted a no. Okay, so that's fantastic. Because it's, I believe, this one. So that works out. Six letters on necessity. Warnings and confessions about the cost of invisible arts addressed to a student in the 17th century Magus. Or by the 17th century Magus. and reputed immortal Julian Cosley. Yay, we have all of our stuff now. I will cross the threshold where Horned Axe waits. Hey, wow. Xerxes has finally won today. Nice. This game ate my brain. Hey, Roger Twee and Xerxes. Welcome. We'll probably be fine this time. Wanted to do the knock cult. So far, things have been going exceptionally well. We've only come close to dying once, and that was to Dread. Okay, that's not quite amazing, but yeah. But yeah, seriously, congratulations. This game's kind of hard to win the first time, especially when you don't know exactly what you're doing. I got very close twice and then finally got a win. Now, my question is, if it ate your brain, does that mean that you were Moth, or were you some other cult? I'm pretty sure that Moth is the only one that eats brains. The wood lies outside the walls of the Manses. As any student of histories knows, the Manses has no walls. We didn't get what I wanted to get, did we? Manses, Hands of Fate. Sorry, what now? Very much a one more turn game for me. I have actually made dinner for this game, just in preparation to just have dinner while I'm playing it on stream, and then completely forgotten that I actually made dinner. That is the effect this game usually has on me. No. Sit there. I should probably put the pawns on another row because the pawns are practically worthless. Everything must be organized just right. Ugh. I saw you blinking, Saliba. The Mantis poster now hangs above the head of my bed to possibly enhance your dreams. It's interesting to see how many different players arrange their boards. Yeah, it's different per every single player, isn't it? I tend to like arranging it like this, and I hate it when it does this. Stop that. But I can't get it to actually ever just not arrange my reasons into piles for some reason. Pun not intended. I think next we just have to max out our health, and that's actually it. Where is our reason skill? There it is. Skill, a rarefied mind. My mind is glass, and my memory bright. Anything I can do with this? I can dream on it. No, I can't. I can study it. No, I can't. The winning game has seen you through a nasty migraine cycle start to finish. Oh, you also get those. I actually have had one of those while playing these games. It seems to be a common thing. You get the full deal, Xexes, where with like the visual aura problems, so you can't actually see very well during the migraine. Oh, now that I'm talking about a migraine, I can feel it in the back of my throat. No, no, you will not claim my head. The Ascent. Alright, let's see here. We can probably start researching just everything that we haven't been researching. Mine's just pain and weakness. I've had the weakness symptom. It doesn't happen all the time, but every now and then it does. It's just like I can't move. More commonly, I get numbness. Migraines are a weird thing. Take that for of truth. We should probably keep looking for more people as well. I'll take a Smith's secret. Read the locksmith's dream. What can we do with the explorer? We can send out a group on an expedition, but I'm a little bit worried. Last time we ended up losing whatever. Do you know? The Chiffleur. Do you remember what happened to that curse? Did we actually lose? Yeah, we did lose a reason permanently. Because we used to have 7 reason. I wonder if they ever fix that thing where if a summon escapes, it'll try to eat your health and then you just get your health back instead. I'm gonna keep looking for after the group snap was introduced, it was way easier to organize the board, but even before that I had a preferred layout. Yeah, same. One day we'll murder the weary detective and then murder all of the other detectives and then keep murdering and murdering and murdering, and then it's just the weary detective. And how does he keep coming back? How? How does he keep coming back? I get far too into this game. Like kind of unhealthily into this game. In this volume, notoriously, Galmier's prose begins to disintegrate, and it is not clear which dreams are in fact her own. The woman in the sand-colored robe has told me. The stairways of the manses go ever up. Death is down. The mother of ants guards both directions with each of her heads, and so the passage must always be through a wound. I think the white door might be a wound. That's one reason the dead sometimes pass it. I think I have the other half of the secret now, and I hope my reader can put both halves together. That was not what I was expecting out of a purple book. Why would you ever read Galmier's books at this point? I don't know. I thought that it was purple. I thought that it would have purple in it, and no, it didn't. Mostly because I have nothing else to do with that particular verb, and I am just gonna keep throwing stuff at it at this point because it bothers me when a verb is not being used. Oh no, we're gonna get some notoriety. Usually save them just for fun. You can always sell them if you think that whatever you're gonna get out of them isn't gonna be worth your time. Dude. Oh. You are less interesting than I would have liked. You can sit over here with the detective and Poppy. I would like to find Silachana. Kinda. I don't really have much interest in the change victory now that I've already won the heart change. Oh hey, a stabby boy. Victor, I am so sorry I got you killed earlier. You were my only stabby boy, and I had to send someone out, and you had a knife, and I didn't. So, you were top of the list. But your sister ended up coming up, and she was also a stabby boy. Or would it be a stabby girl? It doesn't sound as good. Wow, we are just getting all the peculiar rumors. Okay. Throw that cult. Oh no, an affliction. How dare they? What is this? Written in Latin? My sister's not a stabby girl, I'm not Victor. There's nothing going on between us, I swear. Gotta stab something. With something. Victor, welcome to the cult. You are my second stabby boy, so you may be slightly less powerful than the other stabby boy. But you know what? That still means that you're one of my two stabby boys. Hello, Isabet. Welcome to the cult. Yay, more temptations. More Corel. I wonder if we can summon, what's the name? One of the names they can teach you a language. I forget what it's called. You can talk to it about Greek and it'll teach you. I just know how to open people. Well, welcome aboard. We are all about the opening of many things. Victor is a sly fellow, but loyal. I'm kind of curious. Can we just grab the detective? Because we do need a sacrifice. We needed to sacrifice a good boy. And I suppose he is technically what you would usually consider a good boy? I don't know. What would you guys say? I'd call him a good boy. This is in Greek. Greek. We're gonna have to study it. Flood, or pseudo-flood, suggests alignments between the alchemical tradition of Rubedo and the older Grail traditions through the Pine Knight's request for the Cinnabar Cup. Is that a reference to the Knights of the Holy Grail? Huh. Keep exploring. What's my riddle? My riddle is the lock. So I actually do need to find more lock. I'll take that. Why would you have multiple books of the same series written in multiple languages? That's just insane right there. I came to the Temple of the Wheel, that high and jagged rock, that memorial to dead gods. Those who take their own lives sometimes first cast themselves from its peak and dream. I found another sleeping soul, scratched the sign of the eye into the lichen at its peak. I do not recall what passed between us, but I will recognize their face in the waking world. The Viennese Conundra. Great, another moth book. Fantastic. Oh. No. He's a vet. Come over here. We also still need to recruit Rhaenyra, because for some reason I still haven't done that. Oh no, despair's setting in. Let's get rid of that real fast. Recruit an acquaintance by invoking knock. The Rose of Hypatia. Saint Nympha is described as not born but cultivated. The sentience that became the saint, Hypatia, indicates inhabited a sinner's corpse in order to enable that sinner's redemption. What would be a sin to the hours? Oh no, tentative evidence. Well, better get rid of that. It's Dorothy! Hey, we finally got our heart follower. Welcome, Rhaenyra. Welcome. It's so easy to just ignore him. As long as you don't forget to send out your follower. Apologies? Apologies, game? Huh. I hate it when it does that. It's like, there's a contentment right there. You can grab it. No, I think I'll just grab this lose condition instead. Wish it wasn't random. Wait. How delightful to be working with you. That's the swindlers. Huh. It's not. I get the job done. Okay. That being said, unfortunately, we are probably going to have to go ahead and save and exit here, as it is 10 o'clock for me. Oh, no. Next month, or next week, we will continue with the Church of the Holy Wound. No, not Church of the Holy Wound. Is it the Church of the Holy Wound? God damn it, what is it? It is the Society of the Holy Wound. I was way off. Well, not really. Either way, we will continue this next time. Thank you, everyone who's been watching. We will continue this descent into madness next week on the same day at the same time. And I will be just as crazy then as I am now. Maybe slightly more. We will have to see. Either way, have a safe trip to the Dark Forest, and I will see you all next time. Churches of the Brighter Edge. Yeah. The Edge Cult. I had fun stabbing people with that one, though. Stabbing people kind of got old after a while. Because there's only one person you'd really want to stab. Well, two people. And one of them survived somehow, though I'm not entirely sure how. He was an office worker. How in the world do you stab a trained assassin? Or survive a trained assassin? Anyway. Laters, everyone.